Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video here to highlight some great Steam game deals from our friends over at Green Man Gaming. Some really solid stuff is still available as they are wrapping up their holiday sale, so if you want to pick anything up, now is the time to get them. They've already rotated out some of the deals, like the Square Enix deals have ended and so on and so forth, but still they're running some stuff, so I thought I would do one final heads up on some of the game deals that are still available. So let's get right into it, and let's kick things off with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is $27 for the base game, which I do think is a really good price point. I've talked about KCD 2 quite a lot. I think it's one of the most impressive RPGs in a very long time. However, it is one of those games you should know what you're getting yourself into. It's a game that really doesn't hold your hand much. You know, the combat isn't the best. Let's just put it that way. I think the combat is the weakest element of the game, which is unfortunate, but, you know, if you can get through the combat, I think what you get is a really, really immersive RPG. There's a ton of depth to the game, a lot of attention to detail, and, you know, it's a game that can take up a lot of hours, to say the least. And I would recommend people to play KCD 1, but KCD 2 is the superior game, and if you want to jump right into that, I don't think that's the worst shout either. $27 on that, again, pretty good pickup there. Next up, we have Robocop Rogue City, the collection. This is 60% off for $19.75. Now, this is Robocop Rogue City and Unfinished Business, the standalone expansion. So obviously, that's gonna be a little bit pricier than just picking up Robocop Rogue City, since Unfinished Business just came out back in the summer. Unfinished Business, I still have to get to playing, but Robocop Rogue City I thought was a pretty solid game. I'm not a big Robocop guy, so from that standpoint, maybe I didn't appreciate the game as much as a lot of other people, but there are people that really, really ended up enjoying the game. I thought it was, like, totally serviceable and a fairly fun game, not super lengthy, but I thought for the type of game that it was, it kind of got in and got out at the right time. So $19.75 on that. Pretty good, given that you're getting Unfinished Business as well. Next up, gotta mention some Tomb Raider games, but how about Tomb Raider Anniversary first? 90% off for 87 cents. Now, I know that Tomb Raider 1 is gonna get its full-on remake with Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, but hey, Anniversary here for 87 cents, I do think it's pretty good, given that it's south of $1. It's the original Tomb Raider game, and it's updated for when Anniversary came out. Like, nowadays, Anniversary came out so long ago. But yeah, you guys know me, I'm not really big on the classic Tomb Raider titles, which people always seem to get mad at me for, but just not my cup of tea, but 87 cents on that. But what is my cup of tea is the Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy, 87% off for $6.66. These games are my jam. They are fantastic. From the game design, from the stories, I thought in Tomb Raider 2013 and Rise of the Tomb Raider were quite good. I thought the gameplay was great. The visuals are quite good. They run really good on PC. Just great, great games. I mean, at this point, the games are, you know, closer to a decade old in the case of ROTR and Tomb Raider 2013. They're over a decade old, but man, they're all worthwhile to go through. And given that Tomb Raider is going to be back in a big way this year and next year, now is the time to catch up on all of the Tomb Raider titles and play through them. And these games are just quality games in their own right, so $6.66 on that, pretty good deal there. Next up, we do have Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, 84% off for $9.60. Really, really good JRPG here, done by Falcom. And Tokyo Xanadu is getting a new project released this year. We still don't know much about that, but hopefully it turns out fairly well. Tokyo Xanadu was not a blowaway game. It got a lot of comparisons to Persona because I think of the school setting and whatnot. However, it's really not at the Persona level. Take it down a notch or two, but it's still a serviceable, well done, and pretty enjoyable JRPG that if you're into your JRPGs, if you're into, you know, the anime dialogue and whatnot, which, you know, it's an acquired taste at times, I feel like you'll have a really good time with Tokyo Xanadu. The characters are fairly likable. You know, they're not going to be the most in-depth blowaway characters in history, but for the sake of anime JRPG characters, I feel like it's pretty well done. $9.60 on that. decent pickup there. Then we do have the classic version of 13, 90% off for $1.30. This game is beloved by a lot of people, and that comic book art style has just aged super gracefully. The game did get a remake that unfortunately was kind of a disaster, but $1.30 on that, I think that's a pretty good deal for the classic version of 13. Next up, we have Stray, 52% off for $14.39. Really solid deal for Stray, which is an incredibly atmospheric adventure game. It's not heavy on the action gameplay or anything like that. Really, this is a game for you to take in the atmosphere and enjoy the setting, but I think the visuals are great, the art direction is great, sound design is pretty good, and not a super lengthy game, but you know, if you want a quality 6 to 8 hour experience, you'll find that in Stray, and you'll have a pretty good time with that. $14.39 on that. Next up, the Hunter Call of the Wild is 92% off for $1.60, an immersive hunting experience, and you know, not a game that I'm really going to get into, but I know people that love Hunter Call of the Wild, and it's kind of their go-to relaxing game. So for $1.60 on that, if you're a bit of a hunter, or even if you're not, if you just want an open world to get invested into, something to sink your teeth into there with Hunter Call of the Wild for just $1.60. Next up, we have Afterimage, 91% off for $2.25. A gorgeous Metroidvania from a visual standpoint. It's got a great visual style experience, a gorgeous hand-drawn world. Every backdrop of Afterimage is handcrafted by passionate artists. A traditional Metroidvania world offers you exquisite hand-drawn designs and amazing visual effects. Traditional 2D side-scrolling action RPG Metroidvania, intuitive control, seamless semi-open world with over 15 different areas and over 10 character abilities as well, 150 varieties of enemies, $2.25 on that. Next up, we do have No Man's Sky, which is $19.20. No Man's Sky is one of those games that, while it's not my cup of tea in the sense of the big survival crafting games, even I have to appreciate what Hello Games has managed to do with No Man's Sky, and I have gone back to it several times and try to get more and more into it, and I'll enjoy the time that I spend with it. Will I spend the 200 plus, 300 plus, 800 plus hours that some people do? No, but I can understand why now people are getting really into it. And the thing about this game is you buy it and you know it's going to pay dividends because Hello Games is going to continually drop free content update after free content update. So paying $19.20 on it now sounds like a pretty damn good deal given how much mileage you'll get out of the game. And next year, or this year actually, will be the 10-year mark since it originally came out. I'm sure Hello Games is cooking up something major for the 10-year mark. So be mindful of that. $19.20 on that. Next up, if you're a fan of tactics RPGs, Felseal, Arbiter's Mark, and the Missions and Monsters DLC for $4.93. For a while, when Final Fantasy Tactics didn't get its re-release, a lot of people were recommending Felseal, Arbiter's Mark, and for good reason. It is that tactics-style RPG. That's a good game in its own right, but obviously paying homage to Final Fantasy Tactics, and it's a good game for what it does. I like the art style a lot in this game. It's a bit of a throwback while also looking good, I feel like, to modern players as well. For $4.93 with the DLC, pretty good deal there. And then lastly, Remnant 2 Ultimate Edition is 73% off for $18.90. This is a game that's just been holding up in price for a very long time at this point. I know a lot of people are super into it and they've wanted to check it out at a bit of a discount. Well, now you can get it for $18.90. You get all the DLC as well. That does extend the experience quite a lot, so pretty good deal there. Third-person action Souls-like with some magical abilities as well. A bit different than your typical Souls-like experience, but another one to check out there, especially at this price point. But that is going to do it for me. Again, GMG is wrapping up their holiday sale, and they've still got a lot of great game deals available. Check out the links in the description box below. If you do buy anything, I get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. That'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.